Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Basa. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with President Joan Laporta, who have recently confirmed that talks for 18-year-old gem Arda Guler is going on smoothly, as he said, following him for a long time. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about this report claiming that Barca are currently eyeing this 20-year-old Arsenal prospect by name Miguel Azeez to reinforce the subsidiary squad, that is the Barca B squad. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Speaking at a public appearance, Barca president Joan Laporta has confirmed that the club remain in talks with Fenerbahce for the signing of Turkish sensation Arda Guler. The 18-year-old attacking midfielder is one of the most wanted young talents in Europe currently, with Barca among a host of elite clubs targeting his signature. Laporta had confirmed that Barcelona held an interest in him during an interview earlier this week, while also revealing that Deco had flown to Turkey to make progress on the transfer. Now, the Barca Supremo has gone on to acknowledge that many clubs in Europe are interested in Guler's signature and that the La Liga champions are also locked in talks with Fenerbahce to clinch his signing. Laporta said, "He's a very young player. It is true that our scouts have been following him for quite a long time, and many big clubs in Europe want him as well. We are talking to Fenerbahce," Laporta confirmed. Guler has a release clause currently in his contract with Fenerbahce, which stands currently at 17.5 million euros. The Blaugrana are willing to meet that figure, but would prefer to make payments in installments. Given the financial situation of the club, Guler's arrival is being planned for next year, with the midfielder signing now and spending the next season at Fenerbahce on loan, with Barcelona covering his wages entirely. Meanwhile, talking about the success that Barcelona enjoyed across the board, Laporta said, "Winning 6 league titles in one season with 6 professional teams is a great source of pride." About the upcoming campaign and the transfer plans, the Barca Supremo said, "We also have the viability plan approved by La Liga. We want more. We are not satisfied with this and we have to make the leap to Europe, and that is why we are reinforcing ourselves." Laporta also touched upon UEFA not sanctioning Barcelona over the Negreira case allegations. He said, "We are satisfied because the UEFA investigators have seen no reason to leave us out of the competition." Of course, great words there from Laporta, who have been bringing up the updates of what is happening behind the scenes. Of course, the Barca Supremo have always been outspoken on certain things that many Barca fans want to know, and I think he's doing a great job since becoming Barca president in 2021. In his second spell as president, Laporta have been having a lot of pressure in order to bring back the club to its past glory days, which hasn't been an easy task at all. Most of us might just say Laporta is just there. He has not he's promising that he will do this, but he doesn't do it. I think Laporta is a great president, far more than Josep Maria Bartomeu. And I think that if they put many of us there, we can't even bear that pressure. It's not easy because being at Barca as a leader comes with its own demands. And I think that Laporta is trying to cope with it. At least he has that vast experience. He has been there before, winning titles under Pep Guardiola. And I think that he knows the club inside out more than anybody else. Of course, we can hear him talking about Arda Guler, the most talked about player in Barca's transfer news, as Barcelona are so hopeful. And we can hear the president trying to confirm that, yes, Deco traveled to Turkey to negotiate a deal, a possible deal. Hopefully it happens. And of course, Laporta appreciating the talents that the player has and why many top clubs are showing interest in him. Of course, touching upon about some other, topics. Laporta also spoke about transfer plans. Of course, things for me so far have not been at the best because Barca are still to register Ilkay Gundogan. They are still to buy players. They haven't sold players yet, apart from players like Samuel Umtiti. I can't call that a sale literally because it was just a termination of contract. So a lot still needs to be done. Laporta knows that better than any of us. A lot still needs to be done because the president himself is always saying that he wants the club to compete at the highest level. And that competition can't come without strengthening the squad, strengthening the areas of weakness. They are so important to strengthen, and we need to do that. You know, so right now Barca are keeping their eyes open to the target. It hasn't been easy because I can't count the number of targets that Barca have missed out on, because Barca will always be the most talked about club showing interest in a particular player, but at the end of the day it doesn't work out. It doesn't go. You only hear that because of monetary issues Barca have backed off from the deal. And uncountable times we have been hearing such reports that the demands that the player will ask does not match with what Barca can afford, and all those have led to frustrations when chasing a desired target. Now, if we look at things critically, most of the targets that Xavi is pursuing is not even his top choice from the word go. It have not been his first choice initially. It's just because he's just going for an alternative because the first choice couldn't work out, was more expensive. Because in fact, in football, you want to get quality players, you must be prepared to spend. The likes of Man City, they are where they are today because the money was available and they did spend quite good amounts of money to sign quality players. But I don't think you can aspire for growth for such great trophies like Champions League if you are running away from even 15 million players. You say you don't have money to buy. Then what do you want to compete for? Then moving on to the final story of discussion. According to a new report from Sport, Barca have set their sight on this Arsenal youngster Miguel Azeez as a transfer target to reinforce the Barca athletic roster for next season. Rafa Marquez's side will go through a soft rebuild as there are several players that have departed either with their contracts expiring or loan spells coming to an end, while some are looking to make a headway into senior football. As such, the midfield department at Barca's subsidiary side has been weakened, which the club are hoping to reinforce with the signing of Azeez. The 20-year-old started as a product of Arsenal's youth academy and made its first and only senior appearance for the Gunners in December 2020 in the UEFA Europa League. Azeez spent time in Spain as he was on loan at UD Ibiza in the first half of last season before returning to England to spend the second part of the campaign at Wigan Athletic. Now back at Arsenal, Azeez is able to play in a multitude of positions in midfield. Has a contract with the Gunners until the summer of 2024, but Barca wish to sign him and they are hoping to get his services for free by offering him a percentage of any future sale. If he agrees to move, Azeez will be following in the footsteps of Marcus Maguire, who also joined the Barca subsidiary in 2017 from Arsenal's youth team. He lasted at the club for a little over 2 years before returning to England. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.